Biden administration lost catastrophically. The Republicans have a trifecta in government. They hold the House, they hold the Senate, they won the presidency. This is the first pro-Bitcoin president going into office. And of course, the talk of a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which if that gets passed, I think the poly market odds give it like a 40%. But if that somehow gets passed, we're going to 500K guaranteed next year. That's the way I'm looking at it. And of course, you know, the nation state adoption with Nayib Bukele. And then, of course, Michael Saylor's amazing success with MicroStrategy on the kind of Wall Street institutional level. So just kind of aligning and giving context. So because we are going to go into kind of speculation type of talk.
Sure.
What are you expecting for 2025? And if you want, I can give my own kind of theories first.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you start? Yeah.
Okay. So I think 2021 was artificially cut short because of the China mining ban. You see there's a direct correlation between the hash rate plummeting 50% and the price going along with it. Why? Because all those miners needed to sell Bitcoin to relocate to more favorable jurisdictions. So I think 2021, we were actually destined to hit 100K. Now, what this caused was now most of the Bitcoin community has this form of PTSD. We have not experienced a blow off top in Bitcoin since 2017. It's been a long time, right? So I think the general consensus, and the reason I'm bringing this up, is Bitcoin tends to do the exact opposite of what everybody thinks, right? And it's just markets in general. So the general consensus is 150K Bitcoin, 180K Bitcoin. I think we're going either much lower than that or much higher than that, because I see most people throwing this number in that general vicinity. And then I think people are underestimating how bullish it is for Bitcoin for Trump to have won this election. Like, it was a big deal. Like, people underestimate this. And even if he doesn't pass legislation through, the things that he can do via executive order is a lot, right? So that's my general theory. I think it's going to blow. I think it's on the upside. I think it's going to blow past 200K minimum. That's my theory. I would love to hear yours.
Okay, so my theory is less on the number that we're going to hit this year. That I think we have a longer runway. So I don't know how much we're going to go up this year. I think it could be 200,000. That might be it, right? It might be 500,000. Like, if it was 200,000, I'd be very happy. If it was 500,000, I'd be very happy. It doesn't matter to me, right? I definitely don't think right now that 2026 will be a down year. So I don't think that the mining cycle or anything has anything to do with anything at this point. We are at the tail end of that mining argument, where what the miners did mattered. I don't think it matters anymore. So I think we just have to get rid of the cycles idea. And I understand we've had it. We've had it for the first 3 cycles, really bad. That there was, this was, but I don't think it matters right now. I just don't think it matters. I really don't. So, I think the real question is not how much do we get next year? I think the real question is, how long does it take us to get to 500,000 or 1 million, and it may take us a couple of years, and that's fine. It's, it's perfect.
As Trump takes office, the odds of a strategic Bitcoin reserve by 2025 have shot up, capturing everyone's attention. The prediction market, Kalshi, reports a 64% probability for this strategic move, a notable leap from earlier figures. With World Liberty Financial's substantial Bitcoin investment and the significant voices like Brian Armstrong of Coinbase and Bitcoin investor Fred Krueger in the mix, the stage is set for a fascinating tale. Yet, what exactly does this mean for the future of Bitcoin and the financial standards we have today? Welcome back to Investocracy Crypto.
My view is, I also kind of view that the Bitcoin strategic reserve, look, it may happen and there may be this, but look, America's kind of broke right now. So I don't see them, kind of spend, and we've got to refinance $7 trillion in treasury bonds this year. So I don't see us really contributing a lot of money to this strategic Bitcoin reserve. Trump's got he got his work cut out for him on many, many different fronts, right? To kind of curb immigration. He's got to clean up this excess government waste. He's got to do a lot of stuff. And I don't think Bitcoin does not need the Bitcoin strategic reserve. We will do fine without it. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Like the only thing I really want or expect him to do is to label the existing Bitcoin that he has as a Bitcoin strategic reserve and stop. That's it. Like I think fixing the United States is more important than buying a lot of Bitcoin right now. That's my view. Like I feel like there's enough problems with the United States. We got into enough problems with the Biden administration, and even before, right? We got a broken house, a broken car. Let's fix the car, and let's give Bitcoin a room to run because it's going to run all by itself. It does not need training wheels at this point, And I just feel like there's so much money that wants to get into that will want to get into Bitcoin that we don't need to come up with Middle Eastern buyers or strategic reserve or anything else. I think it's just naturally we're going to have this mass of money want to find itself there. And so, and it will in particular if America is Bitcoin friendly. And all it just needs to do is, the most important thing I think is to solve this Operation Choke Point 2.0.
The notion of a strategic Bitcoin reserve under Trump's administration sounds more plausible by the minute. The intrigue thickens with Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, on stage at the World Economic Forum in Davos, sharing Trump's ambitious goal of becoming the Bitcoin president. Interestingly, this push isn't just about embracing digital assets. It's about aligning them alongside gold. Bitcoin investor Fred Krueger remains skeptical about the strategic reserve reaching significant levels under Trump's regime. To him, the idea is inevitable, but unlikely to achieve substantial prominence due to Trump's mixed stance on Bitcoin. Nevertheless, Krueger has made it clear that Bitcoin's journey to the $1 million mark is unstoppable, irrespective of governmental endorsement.
We need to make banks be able to hold Bitcoin. We need to stop criminalizing people like you or me who bought Bitcoin a little earlier, than the average dog. And, we should be part of the financial system. That's it, And so, and we should make it legitimate for businesses to own Bitcoin. We shouldn't penalize them. So we got to end this kind of crusade by the FDIC and Elizabeth Warren and everybody else on Bitcoin, right? That's the most important thing. Like, let's end the crusade on Bitcoin against Bitcoin and Bitcoiners, right? Let's stop that. And yeah, if you want to, if we can buy some more Bitcoin, great. We don't need to do it right now. I don't think that's needed. There's so much money out there that it will just naturally come into it'll raise the price naturally.
On a related note, the legislative front is witnessing exciting developments. Senator Cynthia Lummis is spearheading efforts to establish this reserve, with 12 U.S. states already rallying behind the move. And it's not just state legislatures. Marathon Digital's CEO is reportedly exploring expansion to all 50 states, marking a national effort to standardize Bitcoin's place in financial holdings. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
I also, in a way, I don't want to blow off top either, I actually don't want one,
Okay.
Because blow off tops usually are followed by nuclear winters. And I don't know, I don't want another 2022 or 2018. I'd rather have just a mild, correction like we had when the Germans sold their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Down 30%, whatever. Okay. we just don't need massive people going completely berserk on 100x options and everything else. We don't need that. That's not good, right?
Yeah.
And companies going bankrupt and Sam Bankman-Fried's and all the rest. We really don't need that. Like the best case forward would be, if we doubled this next year, when we doubled again in 2026. How great would that be?
That would be phenomenal.
The narrative around Bitcoin is evolving, and the notion of a strategic Bitcoin reserve taking center stage under Trump's leadership opens new avenues for potential investors. As the world moves towards a digital financial future, Bitcoin stands at the forefront of this change. Currently, Bitcoin holds a prestigious position in the market, symbolizing more than just a cryptocurrency, but a movement towards new financial standards. With key industry leaders and legislative figures backing its adoption, now might be the perfect time to consider investing. So, what do you think about this shift towards a Bitcoin-centric financial world? And finally, if you would like to know more about cryptocurrencies or specifically Bitcoin, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.